Hello everyone, I am on a new site. This is Pocket Option. The link with a 50% bonus on the deposit will be in the description below the video. And just a reminder, to join my trading channel on Telegram, you only need to send the message "I want" to the VK blog team. Today I will try to make money using a wonderful strategy with the MACD. To give you an understanding, I haven't used this strategy for about 2 years because it was effective specifically on Pocket Option. In general, that's its name. I have already adjusted the meanings to fit my needs. They are far from perfect, just like the movements in assets, so don't take them as a template. What I love about this indicator is that it is very simple and shows two types of entry points. The main entry points include a signal in the form of moving averages crossing and the appearance of a bar indicating the start of the next wave. So here there was a crossover, a bar appeared right away, and the price ultimately went up. The movements are far from perfect, but I think you get the essence. Here, for example, there was also a crossover, the appearance of a bar, and we can see how the price confidently rose above. The conditions for a downward movement are the same, but the crossing of the lines must occur at the peak. Along with this, a column should appear, and ultimately the price should go down. There is also another option for the entry point. For this, we need to have large bars on the MACD indicating high volatility. So, when a potential trend reversal moment begins, a new colored bar appears. The appearance of such a column is a signal, meaning that in this situation, one could have caught the very peak. In general, I will now be making trades myself and explaining the situations as I go. I found something similar. The price is going down, there is a signal in the form of line crossing, and there is also a bar starting the next wave. The next one is already starting to appear, so I won't wait any longer and will enter for a decline. The initial trade didn't go well, but I recovered the loss with a follow-up trade and ended up in profit. There's a lot of noise right now. It was clear that it wouldn't go perfectly, but the main thing is that the signals themselves were there. I waited for them and brought the situation to its logical conclusion. I will keep searching. Here is the next type of entry point. The MACD has shown that the bar has changed color, indicating a potential signal that the price is preparing to decline. Overall, it feels like he is a bit late. Nevertheless, I will enter the trade and see what comes of it. There was a lot of noise. At times I lost my initial trade again, then I entered a recovery trade right from the peak. The signal column was indeed there, and that seems to have helped me. Let's move on. The MACD shows that the lines have crossed, and there is also a signal bar right after that, with even the next one appearing after it. Overall, the volatility is high, the price is not stagnant, so it is possible to enter a trade. One second to go, not as confidently as I would like, but the trade is still going into profit. There are the signals, clearly visible. After they appeared, I entered for an upward movement. Here, as you can see, I marked the zone where the price was approaching this level, after which it bounced back, meaning there is now a significant potential for a decline. And this, as you understand, is an additional signal to our main signal from the MACD. The bar has changed color, so if everything indicates a decline, I will enter there as well. The trade confidently went into profit, which I actually had no doubts about. Why? Because everything indicated a decline. In other words, the more factors point to a particular signal, the stronger it will be. There was a signal from the MACD, and in conjunction with it, there was a clear zone in this area, which also indicated that the price would bounce down. And when everything points to the same thing collectively, the signal becomes even stronger. The asset for CHF on the MACD has this green bar, but it's still unclear because the candle has not yet closed. The price has dropped quite low overall. Based on previous cases, one could assume that it might go up from here, right? So I will enter a trade from this point. I finally managed the situation, and the price didn't want to rise at all. Even now it's pushing even lower. Well, that's okay, let it be. The main thing is that the losses have been recovered, and I'm in profit. By the way, I am in quite a good profit. I think I will wrap up this trade. That's enough for now. Let's take a look at the statistics. So, there were 9 trades. As you can see, I haven't made them today yet, meaning I didn't test this strategy or prepare. I just turned it on and showed how things would turn out for me. Yes, I succeeded, but I was trading on far from ideal assets and adjusted the MACD values conditionally. In an ideal situation, the MACD bars should move in clear waves and they should be large. Today, everything was completely different for me. The volatility changed very often, the price frequently stagnated, and in the end, I found the least unsuccessful option among all the unsuccessful ones. In general, it's better to adjust the values to suit yourself. By changing these numbers, the waves change, and they need to be adjusted according to the price movement. But this should be done on adequate assets where the price moves actively, not just, 5 minutes in a trend and 5 minutes standing still. Now I will find some random asset that is more or less suitable, and for clarity, I will change the value of one MACD. Well, let's stop here. I'll leave the lower one as it is, but I'll change this one a bit. First, I'll change this value. If we set it lower, it definitely doesn't fit. Let's set it higher. And in general, to know how to change it, you need to at least understand what each value is responsible for. So, I set the slow moving average to 15. Done. And now, if you notice, the modified MACD has become much better at following the price movement than before. In other words, you should adjust the MACD to the price movement, to these waves. Then the signals will be solid. The main thing is to find a good asset. Then I will generally shoot another video with better positions. As for the trades, I don't know. I think everything turned out quite well. I made about $500 or 35K. By the way, many people initially think that trading in dollars is inconvenient. This is far from the truth. And here there are only advantages. Psychologically, small amounts are easier to handle, making it easier to enter trades. Overall, it seems that the amount is smaller, but the income will be even greater. I think everyone understood what I just said. And finally, since there is a profit, one can request a payout. Let's go to the personal account. This is what it looks like. Plus or minus, like everyone else's, meaning the amount, wallet, and the order button. I will place 1,000 today, which is conditionally 70K for us, and the payout is ordered. And by the way, I almost forgot, if you are a beginner, then after you create an account, it's better not to delay with the verification. About 2 years ago, it was possible to withdraw small amounts without it, but I don't know how things are now. In any case, it's better to do everything, and when you start earning larger amounts, you won't think about it anymore.